Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. We're here today with a replay submitted by our very own Pharaoh Awar. He's going up against Hero of Rome. Of course, Hero of Rome is taking his Bretonnia, and Pharaoh's got the High Elves. So let's have a look at the build here. Alariel the Radiant on a horse. We've got two Handmaidens as well. Very interested to see how they do against Bretonnia. Got the Heralds of the Wind, Reaver Archers, and another Reaver Archer. Plenty of Spearmen, 5 units of Spearmen, 2 White Lions, and 1 unit of Dragon Princes in the ace position. For Bretonnia, looks like we've got Grail Knights way out wide, more Grail Knights a little bit closer to home, Spearmen at Arms, and Men at Arms with shields, with some mobs mixed in. We've got a couple of Peasant Archers as well. Looks like the Fey Enchantress with Awakening of the Wood, Regrowth, and Earthblood. Oh man, nice charge by those Reavers onto those peasant mobs there. We've got a unit of Hippogriff Knights ready to respond. Looks like 1 Trebuchet and some more Grail Knights in the back line. So a nice wide Bretonnian build with lots of answers to lots of different questions. I really like it. We'll see how Pharaoh's able to do here, but it looks like he's sort of forming up into a bit of a defensive position. The Handmaidens are currently using their shots on the Grail Knights, and it does look like they pretty much pick off a model with each shot, so they have been working them down. 4 kills and 4 kills on the Grail Knights is a pretty expensive unit, so I like that quite a bit. You can see the Peasant Archers firing at the Reavers. Reavers going to go ahead and redeploy there, obviously. And the infantry fight is underway. This will obviously go in favor of the High Elves, at least for the time being, until the Bretonnian cavalry can come change that. The Hippogriff's going to try and do just that, charging in on these Spearmen. A little bit of an awkward side charge. Didn't get the best shock damage there, but still. Men at Arms with shields going in the back line against those White Lions. You can see the Grail Knights have taken a ton of damage here. They're going to take a regrowth, but these Reaver Archers being sacrificed here to try and hold them in place. A little bit of a tough situation, but the Spears should be able to follow up, and the bows from the Handmaidens and the other Reaver Archers as well are able to get in and get some good damage done. Yeah, maybe they can draw down a couple of models here. We'll see. But meanwhile, in this situation, Dragon Princes were able to get a good charge. Doesn't look like they got charged by the Grail Knights, which is very key. Again, the Handmaiden shots can kind of pick off a few models here and there, start to swing that fight a little bit more in the Dragon Prince's favor. Just on paper, obviously, Grail Knights sort of hard counter Dragon Princes, but we'll see. The Spearmen holding out very well here. Looks like an Earthblood from the Fey Enchantress, and same thing from Alariel. The Bretonnian infantry still holding up okay, but it looks like the Hippogriff Knight's going to swing back into the back line. They realize there's more high-value targets back here, including Alariel, who's in a bit of a pickle. She's getting chased by these Grail Knights here. The Handmaidens can potentially come try and bail her out, but yeah, if the Hippogriff Knights come down and go after Alariel, that could be very much bad news. We'll see, though. These Grail Knights over here getting finished off by the Dragon Princes. Star of Avalorn on them just to hold them in place. Royal Hippogriff Knights decided to dive the Spearmen. I'm not 100% sure why, but it looks like some Men at Arms with shields following up there. High Elf Spearmen being broken off here. Bit unfortunate. But the White Lions taking a charge from some Grail Knights. Once the charge finishes, they should be able to turn around and get some okay damage done, but obviously they're going to get punished pretty badly there. Yeah, Archer's still secure in the back line. Trebuchet still secure in the back line as well. And the terror is becoming a bit of an issue for the High Elves here. You can see the Hippogriff Knights terrifying away some of those Spearmen. That being said, these Grail Knights are getting very low. They've just about finished off the Dragon Princes, but the Handmaidens are continuing to fire at them and just pick off models here and there. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's not looking great for the High Elves at the moment. The balance of power is starting to tip in favor of Bretonnia a little bit here, but we'll see. These Handmaidens, it looks like they're shooting the Hippogriff Knights at the moment, which is a very very good target. If they can maybe drag down a model or two before they get healed, that would be very key here. Obviously, the Hippogriff Knights with 6 models, potential for a lot of really good healing, but if you can pick off the models before they get healed, obviously, then they won't get that benefit. The infantry force for the High Elves kind of running out of steam, though, a little bit there. The Bretonnians just bringing so many more models to the field, it's really hard for them to deal with. That being said, Alariel and the Handmaidens are trying to make their stand here. Any ammo wasted on the peasants is going to be a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, we'll see. They're picking off those Grail Knights one by one. And it looks like now turning their attention back to the Hippogriff Knights. This is very good. And it looks like, oh man, a Tempest from Alariel as well, going to do a ton of damage to these Hippogriff Knights. This is a pretty good situation here. It'll also slow them down, make it much harder to dodge the shots. It looks like Fanchantress responds with an Earthblood, trying to keep all of those unit models still alive, but we'll see. Maybe the Handmaidens can pick off a model or two there. Over here, these High Elf Spearmen getting a little bit surrounded here. Tough situation for them. They're also getting kind of shot in the back a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately those Hippogriff Knights are all still online. But this is an interesting situation here. The Fanchantress actually dives in. Obviously the Handmaidens do carry spears. They have anti-large, not the best weapon strength in the world, but potentially dangerous situation. Here come the Hippogriff Knights though, and this should be the finisher. We'll see. Star of Avalorn being dropped just to heal up all of the High Elf heroes here. They're going to try and make their last stand. All the Reavers coming in here now. They're out of ammunition, just trying to get a rear charge to finish off some of these units here. Oh man, looks like the Fae is going to be dropping a bombardment here as well. This is honestly a little bit risky. It might finish off these Heralds of the Wind, but it also could do some good damage to these Grail Knights as well, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It looks like it didn't actually do anything. I've never seen that before. But the Hippogriff Knights actually got routed off there. The Handmaidens were able to stand their ground and just, you know, hold tight. And at this point, the balance power started to come back, honestly, a little bit for the High Elves. The Handmaidens just holding fast here, holding firm. They've picked off enough of the Grail Knights that they're able to kind of stand firm with their anti-large bonus and just drag down the few unit models that remain. Nice spear slap there. And meanwhile, over here, another good spearing there. So yeah, the Grail Knights pulling away here, trying to leave these Handmaidens to their fate. Looks like he's going to use the Peasant Arrows as much as possible here. And yeah, the Handmaidens only have 40 armor, so they are actually relatively vulnerable to missile fire. If you can get some good volleys from those Peasants, they still looks like have quite a bit of ammunition left, so we'll see. It's going to be a tight finish, certainly. And these Handmaidens have just been absolute MVPs, still using their ammo to try and pick off those Grail Knights from a distance. Shooting at the Fanchantress isn't going to be the best, just because they do magic damage. Their bows do magic damage, I should say. And the Fanchantress does have magic resistance, of course. 60% magic resistance is pretty heavy, so you don't really want to be using those magic missile attacks on her. But in melee, certainly they can get the job done. Alariel and her Handmaidens pursuing the Fanchantress, but careful, Alariel, you don't want to get caught out without the Handmaidens. The Handmaidens moving in now to try and finish off these two tattered units of Grail Knights. We'll see. They are going to take some damage from the Grail Knights there. And it looks like the last of the infantry support being routed off for the High Elves, so it's just up to these heroes now. Can they hold out? We'll fast forward a little bit as they sort of grind it out here with these Grail Knights and other units. Alariel versus the Fanchantress, you know, all the healing magic and all the Kamehamehas and magic blasts and everything. Looks like the Grail Knights do actually get routed off there, but the Handmaidens are also getting pretty low. Another Earthblood there catches both the Handmaidens, so they're both getting healed, but one of them getting pretty close to her healing cap. And again, using that ammunition on the Fanchantress, I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, there are still a handful of Grail Knights here left that you might want to use that on instead. But we'll see. At this point, the High Elf heroes need to try and stay together, but that is a bit of a mistake there, letting Alariel get caught out by the Fanchantress. She's going to take a few hits there, and that should trigger critical army losses. If you had been able to keep Alariel a little bit closer with the Handmaidens and just, you know, maybe finish off the Fanchantress, probably could have pulled it back, but there, unfortunately, a few hits on Alariel tilts the balance of power and triggers army losses. So very well played to both players. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. I know I certainly enjoyed it. Not every day you get to see those Handmaidens used to such good effect, and check out the kill totals, 61 and 56. A lot of those coming against Grail Knights. In fact, they pretty much single-handedly dealt with most of these Grail Knights here. You think about it, the rest of this was more or less just a delaying force. The Dragon Princes, you know, they do have pretty good melee defense, but I might honestly consider just swapping out them just for more numbers, just so that you have more numbers to allow the Handmaidens to kind of do their thing, just to continuously work through those elite targets, but still really, really nice work there by the Handmaidens. I'm definitely going to have to try that out against Bretonnia. Neat trick for sure. For Hero of Rome's side, obviously, the Grail Knights just absolutely rolling up shop. 115 kills, 87, 33. Only 67 for the Royal Hippogriff Knights, but still, they did their part in dropping terror bombs and everything. The Peasant Bowmen also super cost-effective, 79 kills and 61 against the High Elves. With a unit that cheap is just awesome. That's great. 55 kills on the Trebuchet, not bad either, so I really like this build from Hero of Rome as well. Nice and balanced, got answers for pretty much everything, and yeah, very fun stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.